Come, come, whoever you are, or whatever you are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, the color of your eyes, your hair, your skin, you are welcome here. No matter your feathers, scales, squawks, barks, or meows, you are welcome here. Thank you for that. No matter your gender, whom you love, how you speak, or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. Whether you are a hunter, a pollinator, a digger of earth, or a nightly excavator of trash, you are welcome here. You are welcome here whether you are an animal lover with a houseful or a distant lover of the animals of the world. You are welcome at South Valley Unitarian Universalist Society, a community of open minds, loving hearts, and willing hands. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to South Valley Unitarian Universalist Society. My name is Cate MacGillivray. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I am a Caucasian woman with white hair, glasses, and a blue shirt. It is my privilege to serve as the worship leader for this morning's service. Our beloved Reverend Laura continues to enjoy her sabbatical and will be back with us later in the fall, but sooner than you might think. We are excited to have Zach Stickney with us as our esteemed guest speaker for this morning's Animal Blessings. So we have some announcements, and our first one will be Erica from Crossroads Urban Center.
Hello, everybody. My name is Erica, and I work at Crossroads Urban Center. For those of you who don't know, we're an organization in the Salt Lake area that tries to help people with disabilities, people of low income, and people of color to meet their basic needs. We do this through 2 emergency food pantries where we provide food as well as other assistance like utilities, transportation, hygiene products, cat food, and dog food. And we also have a thrift store on the west side of Salt Lake that offers things like clothing, shoes, and basic household needs completely for free for a lot of our folks that need them. I'm here because you all, as a congregation, participated in our annual Golden Celery competition last July. The Golden Celery competition is a big deal for us at Crossroads. We've noticed that donations tend to slow down in the summer when it's not the holiday months. So we ask our fellow congregations and community members to come together and have a competition of sorts to bring us food. And your congregation was able to donate 579 pounds for us. This is a huge deal. We're very grateful. This is real food that is helping someone get through to their next meal or their next paycheck. So this is really making a difference. And we know how big of a deal that was for you. You had to look through the food that you have at home. You had to keep us in mind when you went shopping. You had to deliver it. I've heard that it was blessed, and that's all very, very good. So I just wanted to thank you all for your support so much. It's amazing what people can do when they come together, and we want to thank you for sharing this community with us. So I just wanted to present a little Golden Celery certificate that I hope that you all can enjoy, and we thank you so, so much.
The Golden Contenders, Golden Celery. Thank you.
Repeat that in the mic, please.
Oh. This says the Golden Celery Trophy Food Drive 2025 Golden Contenders. We will put this in a place of honor. To continue with our announcements, next Sunday here in the park we will be doing our water communion. Bring a small vial of water from your trips around the world or your kitchen sink. This will be the last service that we have, though, in the park. So it's been a wonderful summer in the park, hasn't it? It's been great to be here. But it will be our last one, and Reverend Monica will be here to bless the water. And the last announcement is that Starting Point will begin in a couple of weeks on the 28th. There will be 2 sessions. See Sherry Lund over there in the blue shirt and sunglasses today, or you can check in with or Laura and Scott over there. Yeah, Thank you for today. And if they wanted to check it out later, they could contact Brenda?
Yes.
Right? Okay. All right. So we will take a moment now to welcome each other. First by saying hello to our people in the Zoom community as the camera pans around. And now you may get up and welcome each other.
At this time, I'd like to invite Sage up quickly. To do our chalice lighting. So yeah, go ahead and start there.
We light this chalice in honor of the animal realm, furred or hoofed, two-legged, four-legged, many-legged, fanged or clawed, gentle and fierce, wild and tame. Sorry. Thank you. May we remember that all animals are our relatives, worthy of our care and respect.
As we light our chalice, the symbol of our faith and the light of our commitments to love and justice, receive these words of invocation from Mary Oliver. Love for an animal is music for the soul. Songs are melodies that capture the dancing, vibrant, binding love that animals pull from us and give to us. Oh yeah, right here too. One more.
Let us light our chalice. Those at home are invited to light a chalice and share in this ritual by entering chalice is lit at and the name of your street in the chat box on Zoom. Please join me in
Repeating.
okay,
Yeah.
in repeating our chalice lighting words and use our actions if you wish.
We light this chalice for the warmth of love, for the light of truth, and for the energy of action and the flames of resistance. Very nice. Thank you so much.
We will do the offertory now. This community, our church, and its many ministries are only made possible by the gifts you give of your time, your talent, and your treasure. Many of you pledge monthly to support our work, and for this we are grateful. Your gifts help to ensure that we are able to live our values of love and justice in the world outside. Part of our ministry at South Valley includes sharing our Sunday worship offerings with a charitable organization that aligns with our principles and values. Our partner for September and October is Utah Community Action, an organization providing real solutions to families experiencing poverty. Please join me in reading our offertory words. They're not printed in your order of service. We are this church. We are its hands, its heart, its voice. Together, we share the wealth of this community and sustain it with our gifts. We'll now accept the offering, and Bryan is going to walk around with the QR card because we don't have baskets to collect offering. It's all done online. So I will say, for all we have received and all we have found the courage to give, may we be truly thankful. May these gifts be a blessing to South Valley and to community action, Utah Community Action. There are so many ways animals contribute to our lives. Dogs are hunters, cats are exterminators, horses are transport, bees are pollinators, beavers are hydrologists, ants and worms till the soil, and squirrels, yes, squirrels, help trees take root. They all have a role in this world, even though we may take them for granted. Even fossils are a record of times past and have provided us immense curiosity and an explosive economic boom today. There are poems like The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll or The Beloved Owl and the Pussycat, countless poems by Mary Oliver, and there are books like All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot that give us deeply meaningful appreciation for small farm animals. We have heartwarming books like Marley and Me. We have murder mysteries by Rita Mae Brown, her The Cat Who series. And of course, scientific tomes and myriad acknowledgement to animals in music, visual arts, and in all media. Acknowledging animal rights benefits human rights as we develop compassion and appreciation for all this planet has to offer. Improving the living conditions of animals decreases the likelihood of disease transmission to humans, and it shapes our humanity. Reducing meat consumption can help curb the impact of climate change and preserve ecosystems. You know the list is endless. But I'll leave you with this last example and a nod to our monthly theme for September, which is water, the life-sustaining substance on which all life depends. A couple of weeks ago, Bob and I had the immense pleasure of attending a presentation by the Northwestern Band of the Shoshone in Ogden at their tribal center. They expected maybe 20 or 30 people, but hosted more than 150, and mostly scientists like hydrologists and biologists, but educators and politicians and more. I think Bob and I were the only unattached people there. But their presentation was an amazing and heartbreaking story of how they have bought back, yet again another example of a tribe buying back their land from the government. And on this land, the largest massacre of indigenous people by the U.S. government and the largest single episode of genocide in U.S. history took place in January of 1863. The band has bought it back to begin rewilding it to what it was before the settlers raised it for farmland, removing natural water habitat for indigenous plants and animals and human life. They have coordinated with, I'm guessing, like 50 or more organizations to study, propose, and carry out necessary changes to bring the land back to what it was more than 150 years ago. The essence of which is to remove invasive species to attract beavers to work their magic that will bring back permanent and migratory animals and flora that protects and feeds them, with an overarching goal of preserving Great Salt Lake. This is an amazingly altruistic contribution to life. This is the water of Wuda Ogwa, the Bear River. If you'd like to be a part of their efforts, and another volunteer planting will be on November 7th and 8th. More details to come. So without further ado, let's bless some animals and give thanks to all the ones who cannot be here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. All right. Well, welcome to our animal blessing. I think it's actually been a couple of years since I've been a part of this, so I'm excited to be back. This is kind of a fun, slightly chaotic thing that we like to do. In this ceremony, we like to give thanks and blessings to the companions in our life, cats and dogs, birds and chickens, turtles, fish, and so much more. We also have a rat in the back, which I was very excited to see as well. This ceremony also acknowledges that our lives are made fuller and richer by the creatures that inhabit the earth with us, and not just those that live with us in our homes, as I think Kate very rightfully pointed out. Animal blessings like this actually originate out of the Catholic tradition, but many Unitarian Universalist congregations have adopted this practice and have made it a uniquely UU type of blessing. Our seventh principle, which states that we're all part of an interconnected web of existence, is the underlying motivation for services like this one. So today we want to take a moment to understand a part of the web of our community that we don't always get to see or hear about, the beloved creatures of our beloved community. And we're going to do this through what we call an animal parade. So this is fun, a little bit chaotic, but a good chance to meet the animals of our community that maybe you've heard about, having a chance to talk with other folks that you've met through our church, but maybe you haven't had a chance to meet. So at this time, what I'd like you to do is to start forming a line to my right, your left, stage left. We've kind of got this lane through here, making sure to give ample space for people, for animals, especially because some of our animals may be a little bit more reactive than others. And when it's your turn on the mic, I'd like to invite everyone to do one of three things. And you can also participate if you don't have an animal physically present with us today. So one, if your animal is here with you, I'd love for you to join our line. And when it's your turn at the front on the mic, just in front of me right here, I'd like you to share your name, your animal's name, and one special thing that you really love or just really enjoy about the animal you've brought with you today. Second, I'd like you to do the same thing if you have a photo of your animal that you'd like to share. Go ahead and share just again your name, your animal's name, and one interesting fact or one special thing you love about that animal. And finally, if your animal could not make it here today, or if you have a special animal in the past that has recently passed, or even passed a long time ago, I'd love for you to share something about that animal as well. So feel free to start lining up over here, and while we do that, and you can begin that process right now if you'd like, you'll notice I didn't bring my animals today. Natalie and I have two dogs, Mika and Bo, who we love very much, who have also been a part of this in the past. So one, we just figured they've been blessed already, they're good. You know, it's a one shot for them, one and done. But I did bring a rare, beautiful rainbow zebra, a very rare animal, primarily because having rainbow stripes when you're a prey animal is probably not the best thing from an evolutionary perspective. This zebra is named Zachary Zebra, so it is named after me. And it was made by my grandmother about 32 or 33 years ago and is still remarkably in very good shape. And I wanted to bring this animal for the blessing today just kind of as a symbol of the way that animals kind of connect us to, they give us deeper connections to, not only like between us and the animal themselves, but between our families as well. And my grandparents were some of the biggest animal lovers that I've ever met in my life. And I still think of them from that perspective of just all the things we did together. We'd go to the Ogden Nature Center and kind of hike and see all the beautiful creatures there. But my favorite memory of them was my grandparents were part of this group that would help rehabilitate birds who had gotten injured. And so one year there was a bunch of chickadee chicks whose the parents had died somehow in some kind of accident. And so we raised them. We had to use little chopsticks to feed the chickadee babies. And then for like 3 generations after that, chickadees would come and visit us. Like you could go to my grandparents' house and put out your finger like this and they would come and land on it for like 2 or 3 generations. So Zachary Zebra reminds me of that very Disney princess-like element of my life that happened long ago. Without further ado, I'd like to give everyone else a chance to share something as well. So Bob and Paige, if you'd like to kick us off, and we'll hear from everybody one by one.
This is Cobalt, and we have competed in obedience trials and competitions and been very successful. I'm enormously proud of him and what a hard worker he was, how much enthusiasm he threw into all those competitions and trials. I love everything about him. He's outgoing, friendly, intelligent, loyal, loving, happy, handsome.
He's one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Best friend.
Yeah.
This is broccoli and this is broccoli and something special about him is he's like a brother to me. And I love him so much.
We got it at 2 months, from the shelter, and he had already been through 3 other homes and been neutered. And I've worked with animals my whole life. There were all the red flags of a potentially bad dog, but he's been the sweetest, most gentlest, friendliest companion that we could ask for. So we've been really blessed to have him.
I'll just go next so that you can see. This is my dog, so if you have a photo of your dog, I know you can't see her very well, but you're welcome to come up and share. This is my dog, Rosie. She's a rescue, and she walks in this park every single day. My husband brings her here every day. So this is actually Rosie's park. You're welcome.
Okay, this is Desmond. He's 6 years old, and I got him when I was 8 months pregnant, which was a mistake. It was really awful to have two babies at the same time, but it's been really great. And one of the cutest things he does is, as soon as his food bowl is empty, he will bring it to you and just drop it at your feet. Anyway, he's really great. Do you want to say anything about Desmond? Oh, and then Matilda would like to introduce you to Puppy. No, go. Okay. And then this is Puppy.
Hi, I'm Nick. This is Echo. I've had Echo for over a year now. She's 4 years old. She is very much a homebody and a cuddler, so we spend a lot of time on the couch, cuddling, watching TV. So that's Echo for you.
I was always a cat person growing up. My dad didn't like dogs. So then when I got remarried 5 years ago, I inherited some dogs. This is Xena. She's my 16-year-old stepdaughter's dog, so she's 11, because she's had her since she was 5. Last year, she had a growth on her foot, and it was cancerous. And since she was 11, we thought, well, maybe we should just put her down. And then we made the hard decision to go ahead and have her leg amputated instead in end of March this year. And she's more vibrant and alive than ever. My own dog is a Belgian Malinois, so he's crazy, and I wasn't going to bring him. But he loves to chase the ball, and when it lands by Xena, he won't go near her. He's bigger than she is, but he's afraid of her. She'll just growl at him. Come on, Xena.
This is Jimmy. He's a rescue. We think he's over 15 years old. Rebecca, what do you love about Jimmy?
He's fluffy.
We also have a cat outside, who spends most of his time outside, I should say, at home, and his name is Felix, and he's a really good hunter. And the cool fact about him is we got him from the Cat Cafe, which is a cool place downtown where it's a cafe. You literally can buy food and stuff, and then they have a bunch of rescue cats from the Humane Society that you can play with if you can't have a cat or don't own a cat. It's a fun place, and that's where we got him.
Okay. This is Sunshine. She's about 2 years old, which is really old for her. And she's one out of her 2 sisters, but I can't bring them because they're really naughty. But a fun fact about her is she's really smart.
Hi, I'm Becky. This is Molly. She is my best friend, and she died in January of 24, and she was addicted to carrots. This is Arthie, our cat. We rescued him in February at the Humane Society. They said, he's 9 years old, he's polydactyl, he has bad teeth, and we said, yes, yes. So, there's Arthie.
Hello, this is Obi. Leo adopted him in 2020, and he was found in a hoarder situation, so he did not really have human contact, so he's very shy. But His favorite food is bananas and blueberries, and he's scared of everything except Snips.
This is Snips, and the nice thing is that while Obi is our sweet, shy baby boy, Snips will take pets like for hours on end, and you can like scratch her like a dog, which is fun.
I'm just going to say y'all are lucky we didn't bring all of our dogs today, but I did bring their pictures. I think many of you know that we work with a Utah Friends of Basset Hound Rescue, and so I brought pictures of the 4 dogs that we currently have. We have had as many as 9, and we also have kind of an adopted Cocker Spaniel that belongs to our niece that lives with us too. So fun fact, well, it's a fact, I'm not sure how fun it is, but it's a good one, is that these all started out as fosters, the dogs that we currently have, and they're what you call foster failures because we don't give them back. We keep them, don't we, Mac? Much to, yeah. That's a thing with us.
Hi, I'm Gloria, and this is Neil, and this is Tinkerbell. She will be 9 tomorrow.
9 tomorrow.
September 8th. And
Yeah.
she's our most wonderful Brussels Griffon. We've had her since she was a year old. And she is favorite things. And
What's her favorite thing?
carrots and us.
Yeah, she loves carrots.
She
yeah.
follows me everywhere, and I love it too.
Good dog. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm Brinley, and this is my dog Lila, and she just loves carrots. Anytime we get them out, she demands her tax.
I'm Rachel, and this is Alex, and we have never done this before, but we have lots and lots of animals in our past. So we brought some photos and things of our current animals. I have 2 cats, Miku and Ghost, who were rescued as kittens stealing hot dogs from a farmer's dogs. And Ghost is a super, super snuggler, and Miku's more aloof. But if you're getting ready and you're like in the closet checking out your outfit, she's like, now's the time. I want to snuggle you for 15 minutes in here.
I currently have 2 kitties. One of them is Missy. She's a sweet old fart. She's like 20 years old now. And she has gotten a lot sweeter with age. And then we have a kitty, Brownie. And one of my favorite things about him is when I go out and wander around my garden, he just follows me around and rolls all over my garden and all my fruits and vegetables. And squashes them, but I love him anyway. And this was my soul animal, Yo-Yo, and he deserves all the loves and attention because he was the most social cat I ever met, and when he was really happy, he would drool on you.
So we have some other, our childhood pets, Oreo and Tina represented here, rats Lily and Charlize, sugar glider Miko, and our brother's cat, Mr. Poe. So.
This is Chloe. My name is Chloe, and this is my dog Benji.
Something special about Benji?
He is like, is he 5?
He's 11, and some of his favorite things are chasing yellow jackets
And chippies.
and chipmunks, yep.
Hi, this is Frankie, and I'm his pet sitter, Julian. Frankie is loved by Steven and Sharon, who are currently traveling, but I love that Frankie is a little protector. I love it so much that I don't even mind him barking incessantly at 3 a.m. at a stray cat. So, like,
Hi, This is Bonnie. She's my Bonnie Boo, my baby. She'll be 5 in November. Her favorite things are anything round. So little balls, little pine cones, anything round, she'll pick it up and she tosses it in the air for herself, and she'll go get it and hoard it, and I have to go get it and throw it again. And she'll go get it, but then I have to meet her. So it's really that I'm playing fetch, I believe. She's one of 3. She's got a friend named Murray and a friend named Lucy. And then Kevin, you probably can't see this, outside kitty, inside outside cat. We think he's probably 11, 13. He needs lots of blessings. He's amazing, but he's getting old and we're going to miss him. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Madeline.
And I'm Nate.
And this is Harley. He lives at my parents' house. He's, I think, let's see, he was born in 2015, but we adopted him in 2018. So he's getting a little old, but he's a really good dog. He really loves his family. He gets really sad whenever any of us leave. He barks to try and keep us from leaving. And I lived in Montana for a couple months over the summer, and when I got back, he was like so excited to see me, and it made me very happy. So yeah, that's Harley.
So this is Bear. We were late to the puppy game in COVID. We were 4 or 5 months into it. We were doing a home remodel. We couldn't get in on the early waves, so we were really lucky to find this guy. We just needed some joy at that moment in the COVID times. So he's kind of a reminder of that joy that we brought in. He's the most personable corgi you'll ever meet. He loves all people, all dogs, especially big dogs. Big dogs don't seem to realize that he's another dog. They just sort of look right over him, and he just lays down like, hey, come on, play with me, and they just don't care. You might not believe this, but he is an avid Frisbee dog. That's all he cares about. We can be gone for 5 days, and we get home, and he's like, oh my gosh, you're home. Take a look at this Frisbee. It's right here. And so that's what we do. We sit in the front yard and we throw Frisbee. So.
I'm Caitlin, and this is Pepper. She turned 9 on Friday. We've had her since 2019. She's super friendly, and she's a cuddle bug, even though she's all elbows. So that's fun. She's got 2 siblings. We've got cats, Salt and Pepper. And so sometimes I think she thinks she's one of the cats. And she is a good sport with them and lets them hunt her tail. So it's pretty cute.
This is our dog Morty. We couldn't bring him today because he's kind of a handful. And he's about 12 years old. We basically found him because we left the door open one day and he just kind of walked right in. And Ruthie fed him it was either Spam or hot dogs, and he never wanted to leave. So he's been around ever since, and he's just he's a perfect dog, but also just too much to handle sometimes. So we love Morty.
Hi, I'm Tucker, and Fred, my son, has our dog Robin over there. We can't quite trust him with people, but we blame that on his terrier blood, but he's also got Maltese and miniature poodle blood. And he's been with us since he was 4, and he's 15 now and losing his front teeth, but he doesn't know that he's becoming toothless. He thinks that he's still a big, fierce dog. We also have Ruby. I don't know if you can see her, but she came to us about 8 years ago, as a feral cat who had been captured in Los Angeles area. And she unfortunately got a tumor at an injection site. Her immunization gave her a tumor, and that's apparently not an uncommon event. So that if your dog or cat gets a lump at the area where your vet has been injecting, get it checked out soon. She had to lose a leg, but she's managing very well as a 3-legged cat.
This is Sprout. Her best friend is a Great Dane named Pippin, who does not like going anywhere where there isn't a couch, so she did not come. Our favorite thing about Sprout is that she makes us laugh every day. That's mostly because she's like not behaving and there's a lot of mischief going on, but we do love her deeply. And we love Pippin too, even though she can't be here.
This is Blaze. He is my grand pup. It's the first time in a lot of years that I haven't had a pet in my house, but I have 3 grand pups and 7 cats. And favorite thing about Blaze is he's just so stinking cute, and he comes and spends weekends with Grandma, and he just cuddles in and gives lots of good loves.
These are my pets at feeding time when they're all waiting for me to feed them. And so my dog Jasper, he doesn't like to come to come out too much, so more of a homebody. But he's wonderful. He's 13, and they have two cats. He has 2 cat sisters at home as well. And I just want to remember Callie, my reading buddy. So.
Hi, I'm Cinnamon, and I have 2 cats, Oreo and Waylon. They both came to me from cousins. And Oreo is a black and white tuxedo, and he loves his belly to be rubbed and spending his day sitting in the window watching the birds. And Waylon is a little old man. He's gray and white, and he spends all day sleeping on his chair. So.
I thought I might speak on behalf of my dog Bella, who had passed on about 5 or 6 years ago. She was a wonderful little Yorkshire Terrier, and she used to sit under my piano bench when I would practice. She would often hop up on top too and try and nuzzle in my lap and the whole thing. She lived to be 19, which was unbelievable, as a Yorkshire Terrier. So she did not have a tooth in her head, no sense of hearing, no sense of sight or anything like that, but she was wonderful. And we have a great dog now. Her name is Moon, and she's a wonderful friend to our family, especially the children. So we're grateful for our animals.
Okay, and just a shout out for the folks online. Braxton wants to call out their dog Doofus and the cat Ditzy. Sarah and Chris would like to call out their dog Molly, who's under the weather today. And Chris would like to call out her cats Snickerdoodle and Cue Ball. And I just want to also call out our cat Clover and my spirit cat Taz.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. We want to thank you all for being brave and sharing your animal friends with us today. And as we wrap up the service here shortly, we want to encourage you to spend some time with those friends and also meet the others that you may not have had a chance to meet so far, who may belong to some of the friends you've met through our community. And today's also a great day to share those experiences of the animals that are no longer with us. So I appreciate the people who took that invitation seriously and shared those with us as well. That's very appreciated. We're going to leave you with a blessing from L. Annie Forster, the blessing for all. My furry, feathered, and scaled friends, I greet you. You come from the same life force of creation that I do, and I greet you as a sister or a brother. May your days be filled with love and whatever else you may desire. May your tummy always be full, and may you always have a place to rest. May you have many days of love with your human friends. May you play together and work together in gentleness and respect for one another. My furry, feathered, and scaled friends, I say farewell. I'm happy to have met you. May your life be blessed. I'd like to invite Cate at this time to extinguish the chalice, and then we'll wrap up with some music as well.
So let's extinguish our chalice together. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, or the energy of action. We hold each other in our hearts so we can. Thankfully, we have Oz. It might be a little bit longer than usual because we want to consolidate some of the parts that he was going to play throughout this. We're so thankful you got here. We want to hear this. So I'll leave you with this. Camille Saint-Saëns was racked with pain when people addressed him as Saint-Saëns. He held the human race to blame because it could not pronounce his name. So he turned with metronome and fife to glorify other forms of life. Be quiet, please, for here begins his salute to feathers, furs, and fins.